Hey everybody, sorry I'm late, but I finally made it before 3 o'clock. No, 12 o'clock is the usual time. But thanks for showing up, sticking around. Hey, how's it going, Jiminy? Andrew Hayes. Good to see you guys. I'm here fashionably late, as late people like to coin the phrase, I guess. All right, I'm gonna have to. I'm kind of running behind, as you can see, so I'm gonna kind of get things set up. I don't know if you guys can hear that music. Hopefully you can. Hey, Jiminy, no. I heard that they're supposed to lift the mask mandate June 15th, the middle of June, something like that. We'll see if it actually happens or how long it'll last if it does. I mean, they've opened up things here in California and shut it down like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times already. You know, they open up restaurants and shut it down, then open it up and shut it down. So it's like, who knows how long it'll last if it does happen. So I don't have my fingers crossed on that one. Hey, how's it going, Andrew J? Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna grab my stuff here. Like I said, if the music seems too loud, let me know, you guys. Just want to make sure it's not anything irritating. Just want it to be background, so. Or if you can even hear it at all. Okay. Here's the last page that was completed. I kind of put where I left off. Ooh, man, time moves so quick, you know? Before you know it, it's 12 o'clock. Oh, thanks, Andrew J. Yeah, got that sticker from Eric Ninotowski. He does the comic book Shadow Century. And yeah, he's always on Drawn and Quartered usually when he's not trying to fulfill the Indiegogo campaign, which was his second book, I believe. Oh wait, no, that was the first one. The second one is still going, the campaign over on Indiegogo. So let's see. Who else is here? Just want to double check real quick before I get in. Oh yeah, Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, congrats on your campaign, man. Looking forward to the book. Let's see. Grab my stuff. And time moves so fast. Gosh. I know I gotta keep like a timer on me at all times just to make sure I can tell. I can't tell if an hour goes by or 10 minutes go by. It seems like the same. I don't know if any of you guys have a similar problem, but with time, just, man, it flies. Yeah, check out that book, Jiminy Cricket's new book with Nasser. I got my copy reserved, ordered it on Indiegogo. I think I might have gotten two, like, I'm not sure. I think one from me and one from my brother. I'll look, double check. Oh, man. Ooh, I'm drinking my probiotic drink. Probiotic, prebiotic, morning complete. Oh, man. For me, it feels like it's morning. I got up earlier today, but I've been like, believe it or not, even though I was late, I've been hustling trying to get ready for today. That's how behind I was. I set a timer. I actually had to make the thumbnail for the, I forgot to make the thumbnail for the video. And I was going to just bypass it, and I thought, no, I got to do it. And I had the images and stuff. I just had to kind of piece some things together and slap it up on the thumbnail. Hey, Sharon Marlowe, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by, liking and sharing. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know some people are busy. Maybe their lunch break's over or they're just busy with life, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. Yeah, you gotta get that book too. Make sure, like I said, I got mine. And I know Jiminy, I've said it before. I'll use your name Jiminy on here because it's their handle. But yeah, I like the art. I liked what I was seeing. You were doing the live stream, so it's looking good. Oh, Sharon, you getting in trouble with the YouTube overlords? Okay. I got another blank canvas here. Okay, today I'm going to be drawing some manga pages, so sorry, like I said, for last minute everything, but gotta sharpen the pencil so you can have that ready. There we go. Hey, Andrew Hayes. Yeah, modded is going to be up this year. Right now, it's hinging on me. Your old boy Matt Claus. I got to get this going. I'm about halfway done. I got to finish. I want to finish 5 pages very soon, so I want the art to look good, obviously, but I'm also learning that the faster I go, the happier, of course, the editor, publisher is, and also the happier I am, because I tend to lose steam if I don't get going, so I don't want to lose momentum. So I got to get going here. Let's see. Okay, this is going to be the margin inside of the page here. You get to see me draw the fun part of the comic. I'm just going to do some, oops, it looks like, there it goes, it's a little blurry. But how's everybody doing? Are you guys, did they lift the mask mandate for you guys in your state, cities? Because for me, they haven't lifted it yet. They're saying June 15th, but I don't know. We'll see. Of course, I believe we're going to have they had a recall on the governor of California, so we're probably going to have another election, I hear. Like a recall election. So we'll see how that goes, too. It's funny, as soon as they had the recall on them, the governor's like, oh, hey, I want to give everybody a stimulus check from California, or something like that. It's like, oh, what a coincidence. Don't kick me out, please. Vote for me. Here's some money. Maybe he thinks that we'll all forget how he laughed at us. Well, all this stuff is going on for a year. But I'm interested in seeing how this whole non-mask thing is going to go. Because as you know, I wear one during live streams and G&Q, but I don't wear one in real life. Well, in fact, I gain entrance into a store, you know, they won't let you in unless you wear one. That type of thing. But okay, I'm gonna start with the top panels. And let's see, here we go. It's gonna be a little action panel, so I'm gonna be doing it at an angle. I'm always doing it during the angles, like, you know, angle through panels during action scenes, but sometimes it calls for, I think, I kind of like it. As long as it's not confusing. Okay, let's see. This is going to be the staple. I kind of put in staple just so I know. This right here is not going to be any bleed on this side. This is where the staple is going to be in the book. So you open it up like, you know, like that. So this side I can bleed. So I have a little, leave that space. It's just as a little note to myself, not to waste time trying to bleed that. I like to leave white margin. Okay, let's see see what are the comments here. Better look real quick. Yeah, see you later, Sharon. Thanks for stopping by again. Hey, Cross Comics, how's it going, man? Jeremiah Jones, what's up? I use Rich Corinthian Bristol board Jiminy. No, I'm just joking. I use the cheapest one I could find. I use whatever's on sale, and I go to Blix. So I believe this is Blix Bristol. It's a hot press or smooth finish. Yeah, by the 11 by 14, or sorry, 14 by 17. There you can see for yourself. Yeah, smooth surface. And so yeah, 100 pound. So yeah, I like the weights. I've done most of the comic pages I say on this paper. I also use Strathmore. I was actually buying Strathmore for the pages before this, but there was a sale at Blick paper, and I'm like, this Blick paper is pretty nice. Handles the ink and pencil really well, and it's thick. I like it so I can, if I'm erasing, I hate when you're erasing a paper and all of a sudden like the eraser catches the paper and wrinkles it or rips it. I hate that. So I want a little bit of a thickness to mine. This is thick enough. I've had some that are real flimsy feeling, but nothing wrong with it, but I'm a little rough. I'm doing a lot of erasing. I erased a lot, as you may or may not know. People watching, maybe first time, I use a lot of erasers. So it's okay. I make mistakes. That's why the eraser was invented. No time machines or undo buttons. I've actually caught myself, because I used to do digital coloring a lot. I still do, but I used to catch myself when I made a mistake drawing or inking something on paper. My hand would go over to do the Control Z. I would be like, what am I doing? I can't undo that. It's real life. All right, let's see. First panel. Let's see. Second panel. Let's see. All right. Thanks, Cross Comics. You forgive me for my mistakes. Yeah, it's funny because the process of drawing, like I've had some artists telling me that like, man, you posted some pencils up, like your rough pencils, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out or look. And then they like the final inks. They go, how'd you go from that to that? And I'm like, but for me, the pencils it's just like, so when you're drawing, and you know how you see it, and we tell this in digital artists when they do a layer real sketchy and then they lighten the layer so it's the opacity, so it's really faint lines, and they can go do the final lines on top of that faint lines. It's pretty much the same with me when I'm doing pencils. I might do like a bunch of lines like that, but in my mind I could see where I'm going to have the line. It's like a guideline. I can see where I have the ink line like right in between those or whatever, but it's just a guideline, helps me. So, but that's why I believe in really good erasers, and I believe Mono Eraser by Tumbo is like, man, my favorite. They're just like really soft on the paper. They erase really well, but they're soft on the paper and they won't like scuff it up. Because I've tried a lot of erasers and some, man, they'll really dig into your paper and or smear the pencil lid so that it goes right into the grain and it won't come out. But now I have a light hand, so I'll draw real light because I know I'm gonna make some mistakes. And but yeah, I used to be real heavy-handed with my pencil. I used to be like putting grooves into the paper. So yeah, Cross Comics, you're living in Canada. I thought you were gonna. First of all, I was gonna read China. I'm like, you're living in China. Canada. Is that how you pronounce it? Andrew J. Yeah, see this, man. Yeah, when you're in public and people, you're getting photos taken, and you can see through your shirt. It doesn't take long for the internet to piece together what's going on under that shirt. Oh man, I won't say any more about it, but yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so when last we left our heroes, they were trying to stop the main character, Sonny. They're trying to stop his dad, who he's trying to stop his son from entering this tournament. He doesn't want him to enter because he doesn't want him to die. Here's the dad, right here, Elias, and he wants to stop his son from entering. So it's a little bit rough on him, punches him, wipes him out on his bike while he's trying to ride on a motorcycle, usual fatherly love. But the main character, he's tenacious, so he and his buddy are kind of fighting back. But it's just a family squabble, so nothing too brutal. Just some blows to the face. So the friend tries to tackle the dad because the dad wants to use a syringe on him and render him unconscious. See right here. Punches the son, and the friend comes in and tackles. And the friend, of course, is on the other motorcycle. Tackles the dad. So when he tackles the dad, of course, just responds with a nice little love tap to the face. So I'm gonna do close up because I want the dad to look cool, where he's like not even phased. Like this guy's got him. Now this guy, the main character, not the main character, but the father in this one, kind of designed him to have like he's always got this mellow kind of look to him. So where he just looks like he's never worried, right? He's just cool as a cucumber. So I gave him these eyes that are more like he's like kind of always got this smile look to him, squinty, kind of like a Clint Eastwood maybe type look, but not as menacing. He's more like friendly looking. So I'm trying to figure out how to give him. I want him to keep that cool demeanor. So even though that guy tackles him and he punches him in the face, I don't want it to be like he's angry and just like trying to mess him up. So I kind of want to keep him still a little lighthearted, even though he's being a little brutal. Plus, I think it's kind of disturbing to see someone who's just smiling while they're punching and taking hits. It's like, whoa, this guy is a little scary. Let's see. Okay, so, the only thing is I want to make sure I can, Yeah. So the panel before this is the guy tackling him like around the waist, and so I don't really need to show him per se because we already established he's tackling him, and I want him looking down, indicating he's looking down at the guy, the kid tackle him. And right now, like I said, I'm not going for detail. I just want to get placement down. And he's punching that kid in the face. Trying to figure out his placement here. So a little bit, he's getting a little bit of mouthful of knuckles here. But look at the comments here. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Nice cross comics, combining China and Canada. You know what? That's true, man. Canada has been really, really like, just like almost totalitarian. And some of the footage I've been watching, I'm like, I couldn't believe what's going on over there. I mean, I've seen them like slamming people to the ground because they weren't wearing a mask, the police. And one guy had a lady in a chokehold against the wall, and she had put her on the ground. I was like, closing church. I've seen them. One guy, they had police on horseback coming in and like shutting down a guy's business. He had a restaurant. He was selling brisk, and he had a line. And they came in, shut him down, arrested him, handcuffed him, hauled him off. And literally, just like a block away, was a Costco packed out with hundreds of people. But he was endangering people by having like a dozen people in line for beef sandwich. It was crazy. But you notice, how do I get political? But just notice it's the little businesses that were being affected, and the big businesses, what they were doing, big business. And that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, when I'm doing these pages, there's always different like ways of doing like action, and I want it to be like the manga flair to it as well. But I want it to be my flair. I mean, it's my aesthetics, I guess. Like I'm kind of hinged on like trying to be realistic. Not realistic, but realistic in the way of like dynamics of how a fight goes or whatever. But also it's storytelling, comic book storytelling, manga storytelling. And you want to do something that's interesting to look at. 'Cause sometimes real life stuff is a little boring, and depending on how you frame it. So, I want this guy to get punched in the face. It's got to read that he's hugging the guy around the waist. Let's see, here's the main character, and he's getting tackled around the waist. Bam! So the guy's head's going to be like right here, and so his arm right here, I'm seeing it punch him right in the face, just like an uppercut. Bam! Not real hard because he doesn't want to injure the guy. He just wants to kind of get him off. So he gives him a love tap, under punch, right to the face right here. Isn't that right, Mr. Miyagi? That's how you do it. So what's the best way of showing that? And in my layouts, I have them like close up, bam, getting nailed. Let's see. You know, have maybe like the guy's shoulder up here. That's not the most important thing, but I definitely want to show this guy's face getting mashed in. But like I said, not too brutal. It's got to make some sense too. You know what? And I think his hand wouldn't be that turned. turned in that far too, so I'm gonna just kind of leave them like this. There we go, that's better. It's more like a side fist there, flying into his face. There we go, that's a little better. That's more a believable angle. See, even though this is a comic book and it's not realistic, you want to have the physics. A lot of times, you want to have some things be more realistic. So even if the characters can fly or have blades come out of their knuckles, you still gotta have some type of, you can't have two left hands, two left feet, if they're not supposed to. Okay, punch in the face. Bam. Yeah, I think it's readable enough. So this, like I said, this is just placement, so I'm not like trying to get in final drawings. It's not impressive looking drawings. They weren't impressive to begin with, but let's see. Okay, so he gets punched, and then I was gonna have the main character, who his buddy, who he's trying to defend from getting tranked. I have him punching from the ground. Sees his friend get bapped in the face, and so he's like, he's got to step in. He wants to step in and do something to help out. So he's watching, and just to show that his friend's getting punched, I'll have his feet kind of like right here, like he's getting knocked off his feet. He's kind of like falling on the ground here. And then I'll have the dad with that fist of fury, just kind of like right here. It's kind of like, he's holding that pose like he just bopped him in the face. And he's watching from the ground, so it's going to be a little bit kind of like underneath view. And I'm looking at it from an angle too, so it's going to be distorted here, but I think you guys get the idea. Okay, so yeah. So he watches as his friend gets knocked on his can, and let's see. Hey, Tomb, how's it going? Tomb is in the house. And Mr. Miyagi's here for moral support. Now it looks like he's holding a pencil, but it actually was chopsticks. Got a little rough, I guess they broke off, but it's a pretty heavy duty. I'm surprised how heavy and solid this thing is. Fu Manchu mustache. How's it going, Jeff Potts? Let's see. Okay, so get the layout here. He's kind of like, the guy's tackling him. Might have like, this is going to be like maybe the guy top of his jacket or shoulder. Maybe I just draw the top of his head. Yeah, I think I might draw the top of his head. Kind of like here in the corner, I got to visualize how he'd be grabbing onto him. How much to be showing. It's an underneath shot too, where he's looking down, so. And even if I do these close-ups, I like close-ups. I like doing the close-ups, but then of course you could have the ample amount of far shots to read the action, the placement, everything. Like I said, if the music's too loud, let me know, guys. see. He's a stylish guy. Yeah, Tomb, this is for modded. And I believe this is page, let's see, 22. Page 22. Oh yeah, also Tomb, since you're here, by the way, just message me your address that you'd like me to send this to again. Because I have the original one, but just let me know if you have a different one you want me to send it to. Let's see. Bam. Getting punched right. Schnoz. I'll probably, you know what, I'll make this a bleed. There's some action going on. These top panels will be a bleed. Yeah, thanks, Tomb. Yeah, I have it all packaged up. Everything's packaged up. Actually, you know what? I wanted to add in, because you've been waiting so patiently, and I'm monumentally late on yours. Also, I wanted to add in a sketch card for you to the package. So just let me know which character also you want me to draw for you, and I'll just throw that in there as well before I send it out. I have these sketch cards that I made for people as a thank you. Also, I've sold some, but for the people who I owe art, I make sure I kind of distinguish them a little bit, so I give them a red border here. But yeah, I'll be doing like sketches for different people. It's like I said, a thank you. But you can private message me on that one too. And with the sketch cards, I usually do pen and ink. You know, I add some gray tone marker, Copic gray tone, stuff like that. So it's not just pencil. Oh, you still gotta wear a mask at work, huh? Yeah, I mean, I feel for you guys if you gotta wear a mask like for 8 hours, because for me, I don't, working at home, of course I don't wear a mask, but man, I wear them just for a few hours, like not even a few hours, but like maybe for 30 minutes in a store, and to me that's like too much. I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So I can't imagine wearing them for 8 hours, man. I mean, probably get used to it, but yeah. I think the longest I wore one was for an hour, and I was like starting to feel it. I was like, I can't get out of here. It's almost a claustrophobic feel wearing that thing. Elias is the name of this particular guy. Lower that even more. Better double check on his collar. There we go. I don't know, those of you who keep up with like Drawn and Quartered D&Q, we also sometimes have auctions. The same artist who do the 2-hour drawing, we do auctions, and we haven't had one in a while. Usually I'm on the same channel, which is Blacklist Universe. But we had one last Friday. We had an auction on Kevin Sharp's channel, and Kevin Sharp, he does Dragon Guard comic, and so yeah, I had some pieces up on there. Actually, I did this piece that was commissioned. I just got to finish inking it and throwing down some colors. But yeah, it's kind of like an informal auction, and it's just fun. People come on live, chat. And here's the main character. I gotta stay on model with him, so once in a while I gotta pull out these pages. You gotta know who the character is at all times, right? Let's see. There we go. See, I forgot he's got that cocky kind of look on his face. Got those eyebrows. See. This guy's tackling him, but he's just kind of like, he doesn't have any animosity towards him. He just, oh, isn't that sweet? My son's friend's trying to stop me from doing what I gotta do. Yeah, you can DM me on Facebook too. That's cool. Okay, I will check Messenger. Thanks, Andy. Naruto. Well, it's not supposed to be the Naruto. Maybe it's an Elseworlds Naruto. No, I just kind of I was drawing a guy who's supposed to be like a homeless guy who's trying to rob the dad, and then it just ended up looking kind of like him, so I just kind of went with it. Gave him the headband. I already gave him a headband, but I mean, I just gave him, the whisker things. That was kind of funny. Naruto on hard times trying to rob the dad. But you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, even if it's a Nerf gun, which he didn't know it was a Nerf gun, but I feel something like that pointing in his ribs, and he had a change of attitude. Let's see, I'm gonna go throw in another CD for music. Yes, I do use CDs for hockage. The throwaway street. Yeah, throwaway street bums. Yeah, he sent him on his merry way. No harm, no foul. Let's see what we got. You know what? I totally forgot. I can play some of this music. Royalty free. I saw that zombie movie, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw on Netflix. Army of the Dead. I do not recommend it. Very disappointing. Well, I can't say it's disappointing. I didn't think it was going to be any good when I turned it on. But I'm kind of like a fan of some of the zombie movies, action type movies. Hey, Christina Lynn, how's it going? Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, that movie. That movie was not good. I mean, the actors weren't even good. Here we go. I found something, I think. Probably has ads. We shall see. Okay. See, Andrew Hayes says, who are they going to get to play Sean Connery's role? Sean Connery's role. Are you talking about the new Highlander? Yeah, I heard about that. There's a Henry. I can't remember his name. Henry Caviezel. Is that his name? Caviezel. Superman is going to play Highlander. I don't know. I'm not a fan of remakes. It could. I don't know. I'm not a fan of remakes, and I have little faith in today's film industry. Once in a while, you get a surprise, you know. But yeah, Henry Cavill. That's it. Cavill. Oh, Antonio Banderas is Spaniard. That actually would be a perfect fit. I mean, he doesn't have the Scottish accent, but I mean, I guess he could pass. It's supposed to be a reboot. Yeah, it's funny is I actually like the sequel. It's like a weird sci-fi story. I kind of liked it though. I like weird stuff like that. I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't really remember exactly how it went, but yeah, Banderas might not be as appealing as Sean Connery, but I can't really think of too many actors today that could pull off that. I mean, there's some, but I can't think offhand. This collar is giving me a little bit of trouble here. Let's see. There we go. That's better. A little less extreme. Yeah, the dad kind of finds it a little amusing that his friend's trying to help his son out, so he's not sweating it. Just gives him a love tap. Boom. See, where should we get punched? I don't want to like do any major damage to this. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be better. I'll push his face up maybe a little bit. Let me see. It don't look like he's enjoying it. Like I said, I do a lot of erasing, so my pencils can be rough. Just trying to get the placement down. There we go. If I give the indication of like placement, that's even when you're doing close-ups, the trick is you want to give a little bit of indicator on where the viewer is. So I have a little bit of collar, which you can see here in the panel before it. So it gives you an indication, okay, you can see who's doing the punching. Sorry about that. Who will do the score, huh? Yeah, it should be the same score, but it won't be. They'll probably use like similar. Probably have some whatever popular band is today. I gotta redo the song or do a cover version of it. Okay, this one's a little weird. Yeah, I'm gonna make it funny. That'll be better. I gotta take advantage of that. Make it funny. Bring back Clancy Brown as the crew. Get Dave friggin' Batista. Yeah, he'd be pretty freaky. Colin Farrell. I don't like him in anything. I don't even know how Colin Farrell gets work, man. Every movie he does bombs. But he keeps getting those leads. I mean, he's not a horrible actor or anything. I mean, I've seen him. I liked him in Minority Report. He seemed okay. I'm not a fan of the films. I guess most of them he's been in. He was in that remake of Total Recall. Oh man, so bad. I'm trying to think of a funny face here. I don't want this to be like a super serious moment where he's getting clocked in the face, but that'd be funny getting them something with a funny face. I gotta look into my repertoire of funny faces. No, that Army of the Dead was horrible. That was like it wasn't even rated a B movie for me. You didn't like the Eternals trailer, huh, Andy? Man, I'm telling you, that Army of the Dead was horrible. The actors are so bad, and just there's one scene where they literally it looks like a cardboard cutout of the character standing there, like digitally. They use CG to cut out a scene and place it in another scene, the characters, and then when the camera is moving, it's like they're the same, and the camera rotates this way, and they're just flat, and it's so crazy looking. I'm like, what the heck were they doing? I mean, that's not the part of the movie. That's actually the funny part, but everything else was just so ridiculous. It's like he was trying to do the John Carpenter. Was it that one? What was that one John Carpenter film, The Mars? That's to kind of remind me of the way the characters, some of the zombie characters were. They were like the what was that movie with Ice Cube? Natasha Kinski, not Natasha Kinski. The girl who was in Jason Statham's in it, and the girl from Species, that lady. Ghost of Mars, that's it. Thanks to him. And also thanks Jeff Potts. You're both on it. Ghost of Mars. Yeah, that's what reminds me of they're trying to do. Wasn't a big fan. I'm a huge fan of John Carpenter. Wasn't a big fan of Ghost of Mars, but Ghost of Mars is way better than the Army of the Dead. That was just, oh man. I knew it was going to be good. I don't know why I watched it. I mean, I fast forward some stuff. It seems like a lot of these films, though, they feel like they're being made by fans, not like by actual filmmakers. You know? I don't know if you know what I mean. I mean, if people like Martin Scorsese is a fan of film, but he's a filmmaker. You got to be a fan of film. Be a fan of comics when you make comics. Be a fan of film when you make film. But yeah, but you know the term fan film. It's like, yeah, fan made. There's elements that fans like about stuff, and nothing about storytelling. It's about what elements they like. The character's hair, like maybe action scenes or clothes, or it feels superficial, and it's like, and they just copy off of old cliches and. Okay, I got the pose a little too serious. I don't want him to look like Wolverine or anything. Like he's like got this pose, but I want to look like he just punched. But he's got to be lighthearted about it. Like he's just like, yeah. Yeah, I clocked your friend, but he's all right. Yeah, Jeff Bott's cool. You're a John Carpenter fan as well. Yeah, man, I love his stuff. He's probably one of my favorite filmmakers / directors. I mean, there's so many films of his. The reason I say that is because so many films of his I love. I like, of course, Big Trouble in Little China, as you may be able to tell from some of my past Drawn and Quartered thumbnails. Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, Assault on Precinct 13, The Thing. Yeah, The Thing. And I'm not even into horror movies. I'm not into gore or anything, but that movie, to me, it's the pacing, it's the mood, it's the cinematography, the actors, everything in that story, the writing. I like the subtleties. Like that movie is like, you don't think subtlety when you think of The Thing, right? But there are subtleties in storytelling that they don't do today. Because I mean, I don't know if it's because the filmmakers are dumb or they just assume that everybody else is dumb watching the film, so they don't incorporate certain things that take thought. like, subtle storytelling techniques where you're like, oh, you piece together, the viewer pieces it together, which makes you feel more part of the story. And they don't seem to do that today too much. Oh, They Live. Yeah, can't forget They Live. That's definitely on my top of my list. Thanks to him. Yeah, John Carpenter, yeah, he definitely sets the mood right away. And I think besides the visuals, he does also works on soundtrack for most of his films. So I mean, yeah, I have some of the soundtracks. I have like Big Trouble in China. I have on soundtrack on a CD, which cost me more than I wanted to, but I never found it anywhere else. Probably could make one myself, but I want to buy the Escape from New York soundtrack. I have some of that music. It came on the soundtrack I bought, Big Trouble in China. Oh, I met one of the actors from Escape from New York in The Fog with Tom Atkins. He was really cool. My brother and I met him and talked to him for like I talked to him for a while, and I said to Mike, I was like, we probably should get going. We don't want him, you know, to become like a bother to him or take up too much of his time. So we kind of, you know, we talked to him and Adrienne Barbeau, also in Escape from New York, and she ended up actually giving me her email. She emailed me Japanese lessons, Adrienne Barbeau. But anyway, Tom Atkins was so cool. We walked away and we walked around. We're in a show. It's like a Fangora convention, horror convention, which they said I'm not a horror fan. I went because I knew some actors going to be there. So we're walking around and we heard someone yelling from Mikey, right? Mikey, Mikey. And we're look, and it's Tom Atkins and he's waving us to us and wanting to come us back over to the table. So we ended up talking to him again for like another hour or something. But I guess he said we kind of reminded him of his son, who's and same thing with Adrienne Barbeau. I think I kind of reminded her of her son. Um, her son she had with John Carpenter. I guess he's got like dark hair and he was into Japanese stuff. I was taking Japanese at the time, so he was going to Japan. He's in music. And then she even offered because I was telling her about moving to California. She's even said about a friend who had a guest house, and I was like, oh man, but I turned it down. I was thinking of Kato Kalin maybe too much. I don't know. What would be the next Kato Kate? Yeah. Adrienne Barbeau was married to John Carpenter. They had one kid. Um, yeah, she actually gave me some movie recommendations because I was talking about how much I loved John Carpenter's film making and the way he did used camera and light. I love his lighting on sets too. He uses a lot of black space, kind of like I like in comics, to separate and to set mood. And so she told me she gave me a recommendation to watch Clute, which was actually pretty good. The cinematography was really good doing that. That was with not one of my favorite actresses, but what's her name? Jane Fonda. But this back in the, I think it was the early 70s, late 60s. I think Donald Sutherland was in it too. Clute. Klute. Adrian Barba. Yeah, Japanese is, to me, Japanese, look, speaking it is if you can speak Spanish, then you can pick up Japanese probably pretty quick, because I've met Japanese who speak fluent Spanish like perfect, and then I've heard people speak Spanish behind me really fast, and for a second I thought it was Japanese. I had to do a double take, and it sounded like it was Japanese. So yeah, I mean, Japanese writing, that is difficult, but I've learned how I can read and write katakana and hiragana. Those are simple, or easier, I should say. But hiragana or kanji, yeah, that's. I actually started learning kanji too. I got a book, and I can write a couple of dozen kanji. But yeah, that takes definitely more practice, patience. But the book I got was pretty cool because as an artist, visually, it told me how to think of the kanji as actual, almost like pictographs. So you get like one simple. It's like this, right? You get like it's like supposed to be like a rice field, right? It's not you. They say, oh, it's a rice field or a moon or whatever shape you want to do. I think that's it. Mizu's like, oh man, how much? Actually, I can't remember. Water, Mizu water, fire. It's almost similar. It's a fire. Looks almost like a campfire. It's like that type of thing. So it reminds me of a campfire. So it's like visually it looks like certain things, and it gets more complex. And there's so many. There's like 2,000 kanji. I think 2 to 4,000 are used every day, but there's even more kanji. There's like, what's it, 8,000, 16,000? I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, Darker Admiral March Hare, good to see you. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. For the thumbs up, the like. Yeah, like the video if you guys remember to. It looks like you all have. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Um, Jeff Potts, which movie in particular, if you have one in mind? I do like watching the director commentaries. Like Big Trouble in Little China, he does a commentary with Kurt Russell. It's really cool. See, that's one thing you don't get with digital um, streaming movies is you don't get that content that the DVDs offered with behind the scenes and all that stuff. The reason why I like DVDs. Hey Becky, how's it going? Oh yeah, they don't put the bonus features on the regular DVDs too much anymore. That stinks. Also, I noticed. Um, Also, another reason why I want to buy DVD versions instead of just relying on streaming is because I have a feeling they're gonna start censoring movies like from the past. You know, as we've been seeing them censor like food labels and products and everything, man. And I want to have my copy of the original. You know how they always say, well, if they remake it, at least you got the original. I'm like, well, for how long? And actually, this is what I found out too. I think they're trying to do. I have some original DVDs. And I try to watch them on a new DVD player, and they won't play old DVDs. So I'm thinking, are they going to try to go this route to further censor, like where they're going to make it so that you can't even watch your old DVDs on new players? I mean, that's the only way. See, they can't censor old DVDs, right? So they censor it by making sure the players don't play the old DVDs. I don't know. I start thinking this way when I start seeing things. You know, I don't put it past them to do crap like that. The censors, the people who like to censor. It might be the case, might not be, but like I said, I don't put it past them. So many crazy things going on today. That would seem tame in comparison. Yeah, actually, that's too big. There we go. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Oh, you're doing wonderful on your lunch break. Good, Becky. Wonder what you're eating. Am I incorporating my eraser fetish into the wedding tomb? We made a bouquet of freshly sharpened pencils, Mitsubishi, and I gotta tell you, it's a little dangerous though when you throw them for the, you know, bridesmaids to catch. But hey, that's the risk you take. See, yeah, Christina Lynn. Lots of Disney movies are getting censored on streaming. Yeah, really. I mean, I'm not surprised. Do you know any offhand? I mean, Prince of Darkness, Jeff Potts. Okay, Prince of Darkness, Ghost of Mars was another, I believe. Okay, cool. Those are the ones with the commentary. I like to check those out then. I've never seen Prince of Darkness. Um, Probably because of subject matter. I was just like, eh. Like I said, I'm not into the horror per se. I do like survival aspects of horror. It's probably why I like the zombie movies. It's almost like a more like a military type, aspect to it. I guess I like that. Like what would you do tactics wise? Like Yeah, see what I got. Bead eraser, like Tombow, another mono. This one's good for black. The reasons I like this one because if I'm working with really dark pencil lead, like this 9mm, it doesn't smear the black. At least I find it that way. This one is great for more like light lead pencils, or a medium grade like HB or F, which is what this pencil is. But I love this one's tough too, so it's not gonna break on you. Really scrub the paper, and it's tough, but it's soft enough. And this one's overall, this is the same company. It's just great. It's just for big giant areas. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, to restart your YouTube. Hopefully it's going good. I didn't check my stream. Yeah, Prince of Darkness, a more religious theme. Let's see. Oh, see you, Becky. Have a good day. The rest of your day. The only artist delivers pages that are more rubber than paper. Yeah, I think I used to only like drawing in pencil when I first did start doing comics, and some of my earlier stuff was mostly just pencil scanned in and darkened up on the in Photoshop. But now, um, I've been doing inks. I love inks, and my pencils now are really rough. This is probably the tightest I go, but I've been using. I got turned on to these uh, G2 pens, Matt Weldon, who used to come on Drawn and Quartered a lot, and we miss him over there, by the way. But yeah, if he showed me these, he'd been using these on those, and I tried them out. I always try out new pens, like Elliot Fernandez. He tries out new stuff. I'm kind of the same way. I like trying out new things, and I tried them, and I go, man, these are nice. They flow good. I also like that I can work quick with them, and I want my stuff to be more rough. I kind of tend to be more tight, and over the years, I've been trying to get more loose. So this stuff, I guess, is more tight. And I actually, for the beginning of this book, I used kind of tell, like around here, I used like a dip pen, which I'm probably going to go back and use mix. I kind of like mixing it up because I'll use the pen for some details. But I'm kind of using it to crank out some of these pages. Like I used the pen for this one, and I kind of like the rough line. I feel like doing these, I feel I can go quicker, faster, and I'm not as hung up about the line quality. But it's still I can handle it, the pen really good. I mean, it's easy to handle. And let's see. I'm trying to think now for this dad. I'm gonna think raise this high. Yeah, it's a little better. Hey, Zach Bradley, how's it going, man? G2 is the devil. You don't like the G2s? See, maybe you didn't use the right one. See, I use, let me make that out. It's a 3/8. Here we go. A 3/8. Yeah, the 3/8. There's like a fine, more of a fine point to it. If you look at these, look at the comparison of these. Yeah, so you can see, look how thick this one is right here. It's like almost like a regular ballpoint. This is a 1 or 10. This is a 10, and this right here is 3/8, 0.38. So they get some really good control. Yeah, I like it. It's funny as Mike's been using the G2s on some of his pages too. I wanted something like I said. There's a used to be where I used to love my stuff in my sketchbook. I don't have time to draw a sketchbook anymore like I used to, but I love the art in the sketchbook. But then when I go into the comic page, I get stiff and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I wanted to have that type of, you know, same energy I had in my sketchbooks and my pages that I do in my sketchbooks. So like, I think this is one of the things that kind of helped with a little bit of that. Like I said, this music's too loud. Let me know, you guys. I'm gonna turn it down more. I don't know if it's picking it up or not. Yeah, thanks, Tim. You will be able to back it. I'm getting it done. I know. I need to be chided, though, because get the pressure on me. Keep on me. I'm keeping on myself, but man, like I said, time goes so quick, man. I gotta get myself a watch. I don't have a watch. And the danger of using your cell phone, for me at least, is you can get distracted pretty quick with your cell phone in your hand. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna make sure I'm on model with the dad's face here. So his hair is tricky. Ooh, excuse me. Sneezing like crazy. Let's see, Christina Lynn. We wanted to start launching this. Um, launch the Indiegogo like in summer. Um, I'm going to have to buckle down and get going on these pages because I want it to be in the summer too, of this year, not next year or 2 years from now. I wanted to get it going on. So, but yeah, too. For the stretch goals, we were actually talking about some of the stretch goals. The original art is going to be in some of them. So maybe some original pages or illustrations. his bangs. Let's see, how do I do his bangs here? He's got like, there we go. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna make sure we make this guy look similar in every panel. All right. There we go, that's a little better. It's starting to look more like Elias. There we go. There we go, that's better. It's better. I'm happy with that. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna actually start inking this top panel. That way you guys can see me ink here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. Sniffling a little bit. There we go, that's better. You see his face starting to come together? I think I mentioned it before, but yeah, like on Drawn and Quartered, you have 2 hours to draw, and I gotta say, it's actually helped me get a little bit quicker. And for me, drawn comic pages is like, it's all about like trying to figure out how to not cut corners per se, but just how to do it faster, how to turn things around faster. So obviously you want to look good. I mean, that's something you don't even have to mention. I guess that's you always want to look good. But how do you make it look good and get it done fast? So you guys, these streams are kind of like actually in part to help get me motivated to get the work done on this book. Because when you got an audience and you see people watching you and expecting something from you, kind of puts a little bit more of a pressure and lights a fire under you. At least for me. So I want to get this book done for the guys working on it as well, writing it, coloring it, lettering. But also for you guys, because I want you guys to be able to, have an actual comic from me. Besides just art. Which, again, I'm glad you guys are help supporting me by buying my art too. Like commissions and whatnot. But the storyteller in me too wants to get stories out. So besides this book, I'm going to be doing another one that my brother and I are working on. We're writing. But he wrote it, actually. I'm going to be doing layouts. And then doing some pages. But I'm trying to get caught up on this one first. Hey, Mighty Geek Studios. Good to see you. Trying to catch up on my modded pages. So, yeah. Like I said, you guys are helping me do it. And when you're viewing me drawing here and keep me honest, keep me working, stay on target. So how you doing, Mighty Geek? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, too. I definitely got 3 erasers handy, that way I can complete one page. But yeah, this book is called Modded, and it's basically this is about alien invasion that takes place where they have an alien champion who excels in not just combat but sports, anything challenging, and they challenged Earth's mightiest athletes to a competition. If they can beat him in any competition, like 1 out of 1,000 attempts, then they'll leave Earth. And we failed at every single one, from mahjong to ping pong, to poker, basketball, and the last competition, we have people from the Nerf community, Nerf modders, who want to challenge him to a game of Nerf to the death. Each game is death. The end result is death to the loser. So this main character, where is he? Well, this is a page. This main character right here, he's getting his helmet taken off. He wants to challenge this young guy. I think he's 19, 20. And his dad doesn't want him to because he doesn't want him to die. But he's like the best Nerf modder. And his dad actually, this character, makes specialized, custom-made Nerf guns too. He's a modder. So he's trying to stop his son from entering this tournament. But we know that's not going to happen. His son's like one of the best, and his son believes he's the only chance to save Earth. So he's going to be joining up with him, and he's going to be, you got it, making specialized Nerf guns to help him beat the alien champion. So it's going to be a fun read. It's outrageous and fantastious. Let's see. Yeah, here's the character. Here's the main character right here. He's got his name on the gun, Lam. And this is his friend right here, Sonny. So, yeah, as you can see, if you look at the beginning of this video, you see how much this face has changed from pencils to inks. So, like, these faces right here, seeing are gonna also change. Because in the middle of inking, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna raise the eye or lower this, or it goes. So even these pencils aren't final, and I ink and pencil at the same time sometimes. And I like the face one for it. And also sometimes I just start inking right in before I pencil the whole thing, because it kind of motivates me when I see something already inked. I'm like, okay, good. I'm just gonna go on this page, get it done. Oh, you're fleshing out new characters yourself. Cool. Oh, a Mortal Kombat story. Cool. A type story. You need a firearms license to buy Nerf. Yeah, I guess where you live right now, you probably do, right? They take away guns where you are. They confiscated guns. So that means you're going to have use Nerf darts with, like, poison needle tips at the end. Blow darts, blow guns, Nerf guns. Let's see, I'm going to add in, just so, I usually don't do this until like later on, but I'm going to kind of add in some black ink for you guys. Just so you can see how it's starting to shape up. Last time I think I just did pencils and you didn't see any completed work, so I want to at least get something that looks more completed for you guys watching the live stream. And if you guys haven't already done so, like and subscribe if you could. I'm going to be doing these live draw streams every Monday, and I'll do some random ones during the week. I missed out last week because I was so busy, but the week before I did a Friday night stream, and every Wednesday I'm on another channel drawing Blacklist Universe, if you're not familiar with it. Drawn and quartered, and 8 to 9 artists, we get together and we draw like a competition, a friendly competition, where we pick one character or one theme and we draw our versions of that. But that's on Mike Miller's YouTube channel, Blacklist Universe. So if you want to check that out, subscribe every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And these draw streams I'm doing right now, I was a little late today, but usually it's at noon every Monday, noon lunchtime Pacific Standard Time as well. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by and checking it out. And I usually run for about 2 hours. We're close to the 2 hour mark. Got another 15 minutes or so. And yeah, I want to at least finish one panel here or get close to it, just so you can see on my new comic book modded. Yeah, I'm just kind of right now. If you notice, I was kind of doodling right here. I'm thinking of drop shadows from the trench coat. That way, it gives it a little bit more feeling of more space in between objects. All you artists know this, and you can do it black, like a black drop shadow. But I have him a black shirt. He's like a black V-neck shirt, so I didn't want to blend in with that shirt. So I'm gonna do more like parallel line rendering. Give that drop shadow, and also the colors. It gives him a little bit of a cue where to put the shadow, the lighting for the rest of the body, face. So he's got he's got a cigar in his mouth. Usually, he's got a cigar in his mouth. But in this story, a little twist. His son's so fast with his hands that when he punches his son the first time, the son switched out cigar with a dart, a Nerf dart. So he's got a foam dart in his mouth. So that's why I'm kind of like not showing the end of it too much, because he doesn't know it. So at the end of the story, he's like, the scene, I should say, he wants to be like, well, he says to his son, how do you think you can actually win against this alien champion? And he's like, well, watch your mouth, old man. And he looks and he's got the dart in his mouth. So quick. So he decides, well, if I can't stop my son from trying to join this death match, at least I can try to help him win it, because he's the best Nerf modder there is. His dad's like 50 something. One of the original OG Nerf modders, I guess. Hey, Erwin Papa, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm working on my new book, Modded. I don't know if you caught that. Erwin's an awesome artist as well. If you guys want to check out his stuff, he's on Instagram too. Hey, welcome back, Andy. Oh yeah, Mighty Geek, what's right? You won the draw along for Drawn Quartered. That's his last week. We did G.I. Joe. Congrats. Yeah, I didn't win this last week but it's to be expected. I didn't finish, so I didn't finish my G.I. Joe piece. But you know, I actually got inspired to do a new one, so I'm actually going to be starting that after I finish this, catch up on some of this work here. Hey, thanks everyone. Yeah, man. I like the stuff you've been posting on Instagram. Some sweet stuff. Oh, Andy, what do you say to shooting a movie in an old ghost town? Well, that would be something. That's cool. Shooting a movie, like what kind of? I guess you could think of a script, write a script based on around that location. Location. Let's see here. Let's see. Shoulders up here, chest. I think his leg would be up a little bit higher, I guess. Maybe I should make his leg come in a little more at us, because that's another thing too. Is I used to like drawing a lot of extreme angles, like in my comics. You know, like foreshortening arms coming at you, legs and everything. And then I kind of stopped doing it because the editors were like saying they didn't want that type of exaggerated. Which I was like, all right, I'm getting paid. You're paying me to do what you guys want me to do, and then. But I didn't realize I was stopped doing what I like doing, and it kind of stuck. And now I'm like try to go back and try to do some of that fun stuff. Oh, it'd be illegal without permit, huh? To shoot? Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's illegal to shoot anywhere without a permit. Unless you do it like Hong Kong style, where they. which movie was it? There was an actor. He's an American act. No, I think it was American. No, it was the Australian actor. He worked with Jackie Chan on different films and Hong Kong action films, and he said that they actually did guerrilla filmmaking in Hong Kong. He said like they would blow up, do a scene where they're blowing up part of the building, and then like jump in trucks and film it, and then jump in a truck and just get out of there before the police showed up. It's pretty funny. He was like, "What?" They're like, "Go, go, go, go! Get in the car! Get in the car!" Christina Lynn, what are some of the comics you worked on before? I did a series for Humanoids Publishing, the French company is located in Paris, and it's called Flywires is the American title of it. Flywires. And Chuck Austin wrote it. He's the guy who wrote he worked on like X-Men, Superman, different books, and he kind of faded away from comics. He started working more in animation, and but yeah, he was writing for Marvel and DC for a while, and I did a book. It was a 3-part miniseries, or I know it wasn't a miniseries. It was just a series, but it was like three books. What was it called? Tome, whatever they call them. And yeah, we did those. And I did like the art and colors, and my brother helped me towards the end on the colors because I needed the hand on getting things done in time. There we go. But yeah, I worked on also one issue of like defects for Devil's Due Publishing, and it's an issue that Marv Wolfman wrote. And it was strange for me because I was doing like European comics where it was like 12 panels a page on some panels, some pages. It was like a lot of panels. It was common. And then when I came doing stuff for them, the US, I was doing the same thing. And they were like, because the script Marv Wolfman gave me was just like, page 1, this happens. Page 2, this happens. So it wasn't like a breakdown, panel 1, panel 2, panel 3. So I was doing like all these panels. And the editor's like, the editor was from Marvel. He just came from Marvel to Delve too. And he's like, okay, you're maybe used to doing all these panels, but we had to keep it to 5, This, the normal, I guess, count would be 5 panels a page. And I was like, all right. And man, I had to really work on doing that. But yeah, that was a fun one too. I just did the pencils, no inks. That's one of the books I was talking about. No inks. Same thing with Flywires. I think I might do one book in ink, but mostly pencil. And then my brother did the colors for defects. And also did a book called Hunter's Fortune, which was for Boom Studios. And that was a mini-series, 4-issue book series. And it was co-created by the founder, one of the founders of the company. But it was funny how I got on that book. I did some art for Zombie Tales, some short stories. I did one that William Mesner Loebs wrote. And man, I got blessed working on some of these writers that I actually like. He did the Max. He wrote the Max with Keith Giffen for Image. But anyway, he wrote that story, and that was fun. And another story, I can't remember who wrote the other one. I did 2 Zombie Tale stories. Both were fun. But the William Mesner Loebs one was really my favorite. But yeah, I did inks on those, and my brother also did the colors. Pencils and inks, I should say. Sorry. And yeah, was it funny how I got that work? Is that Mark Wade called me. I was like driving up to Del Taco to get some lunch with my brother, and then yeah, Mark Wade called me, and at first I was like, what? Because I didn't know the number. I answered it. I was like, Mark Wade. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, this is Mark Wade. And he wanted me to get on the book. I thought that he was going to be writing it because I'm like, why would he call me up? He was the editor-in-chief of Boom. But I thought, oh, the way he made it sound was like, yeah, he's gonna be writing this book, and I'm like, oh, definitely, I'd like to take it. I only agreed if you paid me a certain amount though, because I'm like, I was doing a part-time job at the time, and I wanted out of it. So I said, if you could pay me this much, I calculated per page, I could make the same amount of money and quit the job. So I quit the job. It was only a four book deal, but I was so anxious to get out of there, I quit. And they agreed to pay me. But then when I worked on the book, he wasn't writing it. They basically kind of used him to kind of lure me in. I think probably other artists too to work on projects, because it's like Mark Wade, you know. But I ended up working with a really good writer, Caleb Monroe, and we became friends actually. We became friends, and I actually spent. I think I went over first to his place for New Year's, but I still keep in contact with him. I actually got to contact him and call him, but he lives not too far from me, and he's doing good. He's writing film scripts too right now. He wrote one. They made it to a film just recently, but yeah. And then of course I was slated to work with. Well, I teamed up with writer James Hudnall, and then unfortunately he passed away before I finished the book, and he didn't finish writing it, as far as I know. I only got the first script, but yeah, he passed away unfortunately, and we were doing the Indiegogo campaign, so he was the only one linked to that account, so I couldn't access it, didn't get any money from it. We got funded for the book, but I still want to finish that book, and even if I have to change the title, you know, for legal reasons. I was talking with one of his sisters, and I became friends with both the sisters on Facebook, and they're good people too. And at the time, I guess his dad was, in charge of his everything, the estate. But his dad at the time, he was up there in age, James's dad, and he had some heart problems. And I was like, I didn't know, I didn't want to go in there. Hey, I know you're taking care of a funeral and everything, but yeah, I wasn't sure how to handle it. But I still want to do something, because the story, I kind of have an idea from having dinner with James and talking a lot with him, what direction I would want to take it, which would be different maybe than the way he initially intended, but I'd want to put his name, at least for credit, on the first book and the direction. But I don't know, legally wise, I might have to change the name of characters, and I might have to change everything. I don't know, but I still want to give him credit, because Agenda was the name of the book, and some of the stuff we want to do as we talked, I'd want to kind of see that through, but we'll see. If it does happen, I'll let you guys know, and I want to do something special for the people who did back Agenda too. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, I'm catching up on the comments now. Mighty Geek Studios. Yeah, Hatching. I used to be not a fan of Hatching. I mean, to start off, I was, but then gradually I started incorporating it. My brother did it a lot, and I was like, yeah, I thought different mangas I like did it, and I'm like, yeah, I like the way they incorporate it. So I started seeing the importance of it again. I was doing a lot of drop shadows, just everything's black, 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 and then I realized it's nice to have a little bit of gray tone in between, especially if you're not coloring or adding gray tone yourself. But oh, you're back again, Andy. Oh wait, is that an old one? Is that an old comment here? Yeah, James Hudnall. Yeah, man, I could talk to him for hours. The last time we saw him, my brother and I and Becky, we like had dinner with him, at Phil's barbecue, and we were talking until the place was closing, so we had to leave. And then we were talking again in the parking lot for another hour, and they're like, "Okay, we got to get going here because it's getting late." And we gave him a hug goodbye, and yeah, I could talk for hours, but that was the last time we saw him. And yeah, he's a great guy. He's very laid back. No, he just would talk to anybody. He had no ego, as far as he would never. He was just laid back. He wouldn't superficial. He wasn't a prima donna. He didn't have any. He worked with well, he was a great writer, and he worked with great artists and writers, and I mean, he hung out with Chris Claremont and Marv Wolfman. They hung out at his place and hang out. He hung out with Grant Morrison and different writers and artists like that. I mean, Adam Warren, he helped Adam Warren get his start. Adam Warren slept on James Hudnall's couch, and he helped set him up with the Studio Proteus. And James wanted to work on a book with Adam, and then Adam, he was like, I don't know, Adam Warren was 19 or 20, he was young, but he ended up getting a chance to work on Dirty Pair, and that's when he just jumped on that. And James was like, yeah, can't fault him for that. But yeah, I mean, he James Hudnall translated manga, and back in the late 80s, early 90s, he worked for Malibu. He did so much, DC, Marvel. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity for me. But it wasn't a miss that I got to at least know him as a person. I feel blessed that I got that opportunity. I want this face to look funny, but not too goofy. I'm trying to think of a funny face here, but that doesn't look too creepy or crazy. So bear with me. It might be crazy and creepy at first then I kind of hone it back. That's one thing I could never do in American comics, is do those crazy, funny expressions, where all of a sudden the face goes super cartoony. So I'm not well versed in it. I gotta do some reference seeking, because there's some guys I like who do these great faces. So I might look up some of my manga inspiration influences and see what kind of crazy faces I can incorporate. Like I said, I couldn't get away with doing something like that before, so I haven't done a lot of practice of it, but I love them. When I read the manga, I love those weird faces. Let's see, where are we at now? Okay, we're past 10 minutes past the 2-hour mark, so I should probably be wrapping it up about now. But at least I got a good amount of work done for you guys to see. I got some finished inks about on the first panel, and about finished on the panel right here, the last panel here. This got, yeah. Actually, I think I might sweep in with that. Put his shoulder in there, shot. So, he's supposed to be on the ground, so I want to make sure he looks like he's, But I want to show his friend who's laying here on his butt after getting knocked down. Yeah, maybe instead of doing the shoulder, I might just do his collar, because he's got a crazy collar. Just like his dad. Like father, like son. Anyway, we'll figure it out. You'll find out when you see it. I'll show you guys later. But let's see, what did Andy say? Can you just do story with the basic bare bones? bones structure of story and still make money off legit. Maybe use the same name. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. I don't think his family would. I don't think his family would mind or care. I'm gonna talk to them and just kind of get some feedback, and then hopefully, I don't know if the dad, if he's around, but I want to do something to honor James. I don't want to try to take advantage like of the story, but the story is good so far, and there's a lot involved. There's like people who backed us who didn't get anything. I want to kind of honor them too. So yeah, we'll find out. I'm gonna still look into it and talk to people and see. But I would like to definitely uh, do something. Maybe say inspired by James Hudnall, something with him. Because this story that Mike and I, we sat down, we plotted out this whole thing, and it'd be a big epic story. It would be fun, man. I mean, it would be out there, and it would have some political stuff in it, but it wouldn't be like to kind of hold true to what James said. It would be like the reader's take on how they would interpret everything. I mean, there's truth in it. I mean, there's going to be if I do something, you're going to know, you know, but you can choose what you side you want to be on, and just like real life. But it would be fun. It'd be a great story, great characters. It'd be really just fun, and also it has some serious. It'd be serious. We want to get kind of dark in some areas, but yeah, overall, I wanted to make it just like this really enthralling read. So, but yeah, we will see. And but thanks guys for stopping in and watching me draw my comic pages. Again, this is modded, and I'm going to be finishing up this page, this and another page from for this week. And I might do another live stream every Monday. I do one at 12 lunchtime, uh, Pacific Standard Time. For those who just checking it out, and I'll do one every Monday. But I'm also going to do maybe a live stream, like random streams, maybe on the weekend, maybe Friday. I did one last time. But yeah, just check it out. Like, subscribe, and you can keep up to date on the new live streams. And I'll probably also put up some maybe random videos, like maybe time lapse drawings, or I also want to do a little bit of animation stuff too. So we'll see. But yeah, just like, subscribe, and thanks for stopping by. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter as well. I have those links in the description. And yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by, man. I'm glad you guys could be here and chat with me, and you guys motivate me to get working on stuff. So that's why I do these in part. So thanks a lot, and stay tuned. I will see you guys on Wednesday. If you stop by Drawn and Quartered Blacklist Universe, I'll put that link as well in the description. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Watch us on Drawn and Quartered. With 8 to 9 different artists and draw along with myself, and we draw. Last week it was G.I. Joe. The week before, I think it might have been, I can't remember what it was. We did video game characters like Capcom before, but yeah, thanks everyone, and I will see you guys later. And yeah, feel free to leave comments in the comment section too. I'll reply to those as well. Any questions or anything, but I'll see you guys. See you later. Christina Lynn, thanks for stopping by. Tomb, Andrew Hayes, and Erwin Papa, all you guys. It's great seeing you. And I'm going to end the stream. See you next time. Bye bye.